So just under half an hour to go on South Africa's greatest horse race, the Hollywood DURBAN July. Now everyone that needs to be here is in the parade ring. The jockeys are now here. Now we're just waiting for the four-legged equine beasts that make up the 2025 Hollywood DURBAN July. Vicky, your first July in a long time. Feel any different? Feel a bit better?
I think it's unbelievable, to be honest. I think having the privilege of sitting here and witnessing everyone in all the different emotions, it's just great, Alistair.
Absolutely right, and it just seems to be louder and louder, more and more of a cheer as someone joins the entourage with certain horses. The current favourite is number 11, 8 on 18, which is no surprise. He shows 3 rand 70 a win and 1 rand 40 a place. Just to reiterate that going into the Hollywood DURBAN July this year, the Whirlpools are no longer part of the race this year. So that is sadly a blow as far as massive numbers are concerned on the tote, but South African rules do apply as far as the Hollywood DURBAN July is concerned. MJ doesn't mind whether it's a maiden plate in the rain or whether it's Africa's greatest horse race. He's in the melee somewhere.
Cheers, Ali. I got Andre now. Andre, you train Selukwe for Mrs. Plattner. Very happy with him coming to the race?
Really pleased with him, everything's gone according to plan. We really chuffed where we have him today, so we'll know in a couple of minutes' time if he did a good job.
Yeah, and Sereno's certainly riding top of his game. He's a youngster that's done really, really well, and the horse has got a lovely weight.
Exactly, a lot of things in our favour. Sereno knows the horse really particularly well. The horse also can give him some options if things don't pan out the way it needs to be, so we'll leave it in Sereno's hands, and we've got full faith that he'll get him home.
Andre, the vibe for you on track today?
It's always good. I like the horsey vibe, maybe too much music, but the rest is great.
Andre, thanks for your time. That's Andre that trains Selukwe.
So that's Selukwe, one of the horses that Durban's been talking about since I arrived a week ago, since you arrived 48 hours ago, Vicky. Selukwe, on my honour, gladiatorian. Durban's just gone wild for these horses.
They absolutely have, and why not? You sport local, and I think their preps have also been very good, maybe a little bit more sort of under the radar compared to others, so it would be wonderful. You want a hero. Racing needs a hero.
Absolutely, and as far as a Durban winner would be concerned, you can add Royal Victory into that conversation as well. A Durban winner would just turn this place upside down. Hasn't been a KZN trained winner for a long, long time, going back to the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Here they are in the parade ring. Vicky, you can cast your BDI over them. We have a look at the South African Classic winner, number 14, Confederate. You'd say he's walking around the ring with no crowd here, nice and composed with those radio muffs on.
Yeah, which is lovely to see. Typical, the red earmuffs come off at the start, and typically of a horse that's normally a little bit quirky wears them, so lovely to see that he's beautifully relaxed, which is admirable. Walking through very well. I like the fact that he's relaxed but also showing a good bit of energy. I think that's always a positive.
Absolutely, yeah, he is known to be quite above himself, number 14, Confederate, but not today. Fabian Habib trains and Warren Kennedy takes the ride. Who will be behind him in the parade ring? With, by the way, I need to make mention of the international journalists that have popped in. We'll get a word from Andrew Hawkins a little bit later on. Andrew was based in Hong Kong for many years. He is currently based with the Sydney Morning Herald, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll get a word from him as far as the day is concerned. Let's go and join MJ Bailiff in the parade ring.
Cheers, Ali. Muzi has joined me. Muzi, third last year, obviously hoping to get better. Happy with yours?
Yes, I'm very, very extremely happy. Actually, keen and excited for the pens to open.
It's a great vibe here on the course, isn't it?
Yes, it's unreal, and it's the moment we live for, Emmy.
How are the nerves, Muzi? You look quite relaxed.
Well, it's my chance to get it right, so I really believe I got the horse to be very, very competitive. Hopefully I can pull it off.
Muzi, thank you very much for your time. It's Muzi Yeni, and a rather relaxed one.
There's number 16 on the card, Gladiatorian for Stuart Ferry. He would be one of those magic fairy tale stories if he were to get the sash. How does he look to you, Vicky?
He looks so incredible. Look at that coat. His coat looks unbelievable. And I think that's just, you can't groom it in. It's all from well-being in coming out. So also nice and relaxed. Local horse, so very comfortable around here. But have a look at him. I think once Sean gets aboard, the energy levels will lift, and I think that's a good thing. But no, unbelievable. Looks very well.
And he's a story in himself. He started his career with Stuart's mentor, Dennis Dreyer, and he started with a massive reputation. Took him a bit of a while to hit the big time, but now all of a sudden he is well and truly on track. He has horse from Justin Snaith's yard. Andrew Fortune takes a ride, number 13, Okavango. A good run in the Daily News 2000. Will that be enough at the weights to turn around with 8 on 18? We all have our doubts. But he is generally quite, to quote Justin, unconscious.
I think also having a 3-year-old that can improve is a positive. Andrew Fortune he can manage to get any horse to win, to be honest, but luck and running, and you could almost say the odds are a little bit against him.
Here's number 5, the Real Prince. He's the first horse that really looks nice and perked up in the parade. Not that anything else looked bad. They're all well relaxed, but the Real Prince looks like he's taking in the atmosphere. He knows that things are a little bit different today. You can see him just filing into order. Dean Kanemaya's charge. Craig Zaki takes a ride. The big question is obviously the trip. Is he able to get the 2,200 metres? All will be revealed in just over 20 minutes from now. But now that he's in order, he looks to be a lot more happy.
Yeah, he does indeed. He's happy to be in order and a change of surface, so walking through nice and confidently. And it's amazing. You ask some people and they say it's not even a question whether he'll stay the trip. So interesting that they're that positive. But no, he looks great. And I think an easier draw to overcome.
Grant van Niekerk. Could this be a magic chapter? He has been through the dumps over the last 4 months. Imagine if he were to win on litigation. Let's find out how he feels.
Ali Grant van Niekerk has joined me. Grant, 3 seconds in a race like this does get frustrating, isn't it?
It does, especially when 2 of the 3 times I was unlucky. But you know what? We're obviously out there trying all the time. It's a really rough race, and it's not an easy race to run. That's why it's so much more special to win it. It's quite a hard race to win. I know a few top jockeys this race has missed from the CV, so I can't feel that bad.
Grant, I spoke to Muzi just now. He's very relaxed. You're also rather relaxed. You're the senior guys in the jockey room now, and it's good to see you. You're pretty chilled.
Yeah, I wouldn't say senior. I think Muzi is probably grandpa in the jockey room with Andrew Fortune. But I suppose I'm not riding one of the most fancy horses in the race, so there's not much pressure on me, and I have a wide draw, so it could very well end up well for me.
Grant, the bell is gone. It's Grant van Niekerk, certainly a talented jockey.
There's number 18 on the card, Native Ruler. We're looking for number 11, 8 on 18, just before they leave the parade ring. We talk about a horse that's totally under the radar, that probably ordinarily wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her in the Daily News 2000. This would be him. Tristan Godden takes a ride for Justin Snaith. But what I will say, look at how defined he is. Look how fit and strong he is.
Well, look, even though these horses, ones that have a little bit of a challenge ahead of him, hold on, there he is.
There he is. We got him. There's the favourite, number 11, 8 on 18. I mean, everything about him screams swagger, screams class. There he is. Hello, cameraman.
And
Brilliant.
Justin Snaith always says you have to remind him it's now the moment you need to show it, because he's just so relaxed.
There's a good wide shot on him. Any complaints?
Unbelievable. No complaints. Just compliments. He's walking through well. And also, if you look at around his eyes, it's dark.
Yeah.
He's really incredible when you look at his well-being.
2 things that I picked up in the parade ring is that between My Best Shot and Rainbow Lorikeet, the support base, although Rainbow Lorikeet's a huge outsider, My Best Shot is very much a sentimental choice for quite a few. The noise around the jockeys getting a leg up on both horses, almost the well-wishers, are second to none. They're about to leave the parade ring, Vicky.
The most nervous person in the ring is Philip, 8 and 18's groom.
Yeah, his story's been well documented internationally. There'll be a magic moment in the next 20 minutes time. Counterpart for the 2025 Hollywood Bets Durban July is about to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment of truth. The runners for the Hollywood Bets Durban July about to step out onto the track, approximately 18 minutes to race time. Runners and riders on screen with the weights. 8 on 18, weighing in at 515 kgs, Richard Ferree for Justin Snaith. The ruling favourite, the talking horse. Here is the horse who wears the sash. Defending champion, Oriental Charm, for Messrs. Greg Bortz, Leon Elman, Gina Goldsmith, and the Oriental Charm Syndicate. JP van der Merwe, same partnership as last year. Likes to race on the pace, lots to like. Balance of the runners and riders for the Hollywood Bets Durban July. South Africa's most prestigious horse racing event of the year, as number 1 Oriental Charm and JP van der Merwe make their way down to the 2,200 metre starting point, defending his crown, Oriental Charm. Number 4, Atticus Finch, who'll forget the great London News, Alec-led train to victory. Atticus Finch won the Summer Cup. He's the hero, the combination with Calvin Abib. On My Honour, just in front, red sleeves and cap. Bling, whoop whoop, Samanga Kamalo, heavy metal, sparkling water. He knows what it takes. Passing by is number 2, Madison Valley, Gavin Larina, who rode Kometidung. Salukwe, look at how On My Honour is floating down to the gate. Atticus Finch, very alert and alive. Number 5, The Real Prince, testing his stamina today. The filly, Rainbow Lorikeet. Diego de Gavea. The fairy tale story would be number 9, My Best Shot. Chase Morjan for Alan Griff and the team. Untouchable record. 10-time winner from 16 appearances. Here's a look at number 9, My Best Shot. Chase Morjan. Nice even stride on the way past the post. Next up, Immediate Edge, number 10. And this hails from the powerful Mike de Kock stable. Here's the ruling favourite. His name is 8 on 18, Richard Ferree for Justin Snaith. Nick Johnson, Mr. Rupert. Okavango, number 13. 14 is Confederate. New Zealand-based Warren Kennedy. Gladiatorian gets his battle armour on. Seanville ready for a cracker. Red cap on native ruler number 18, Tristan Godden rides. Getting a run, Litigation number 19, Grant van Niekerk looking to break that second place. That's number 9, Litigation gets into the race.
Dust yourself off, get back in the saddle. You're right on the front line, and everyone's watching. We're getting closer, it's getting serious. This isn't over. Now the pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all. Believe it when you forget up. If you forget up, that's time for Africa. This is your moment, no hesitation. Well, today's the day, you feel it, but you pave the way. Believe it when you forget up. If you forget up, it's time for Africa. Waka waka, waka waka, that's time for
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask everybody please to be upstanding for the national anthem.
As it leads into the Hollywood Bets Durban July, Rachel, you saw the horses in the ring. What did you think?
Oh, what a magnificent field. You know, these horses, you can't single them out. They are just the absolute specimens of athletes and the pinnacle of racing in South Africa. You know, watching 8 and 18 cancer down, doesn't that just give you goosebumps?
He looked so... Look, every horse looks well. At this level, at this point, they all have to look well. But he's just, as a horse, maturing and coming on, and Justin's analogy of him is always spot on. He's just like a rugby player. He's just a beast.
He really is, and I know they were speaking about stripping some weight off him, which is probably just baby fat. I mean, it just shows you he's the epitome of a racehorse, and he's improving with every race, and I'm just so excited to see him take his turn into the Greyville Straights and see what may hold for him.
So we're going to have to now put him aside. The rest of the field. Any two other horses, Rachel?
Oh, well, for myself, you know, Gladiatorian, I thought he went down a picture. He's a magnificent horse. I think he'll see out the trips of the 2-2 with ease, and I'm sure Sean Veal's riding on a wave of confidence at the moment. You know, he'll be coming down the line ready to win. And other than that, geez, it becomes quite a tough field. You know, Oriental Charm is looking fantastic. You know, Vicky, what do you think?
Rachel, I think for me, it's something that Justin Vermaat touched on, and he said everything depends on the pace. So, reading the race, do you think that we're going to get a true and honest pace?
I believe so. You know, there's quite a few horses that look for a bit of a handy and setting the pace speed. You know, I think Confederate, you know, he likes to set a hard pace. You've got Oriental Charm, who likes to lead. and I think we're going to have a little bit of a speed duel, which will be helping those horses that come from off them.
Do you think that it's any sort of problem if a horse ends up being trapped a little bit wide? Do you think it's going to probably help them or harm them?
Yeah, it probably will. It's a rough race, and it's a little bit of luck will be needed, but with the pace being set, I think we'll get a nice, even, fair race.
MJ, do you think we're also going to get that great pace?
Yeah, Vicky, I think we'll get on a bit. There's a couple also with speed. JP will have to keep his position from draw one. It's not going to be easy for him. I think Purple Pitcher looks like he's also going to be up there. So, yes, the pace will be on, and I think the best horse, as we know, we've gone about it, but if there's no pace in the race, it becomes false, and not the right horses ever get in the right positions and in the right place. But if the pace is on, which I think it will be, the right horse will definitely win. Ask me which horse, it'll be difficult.
Well, let me ask you, obviously, again, 8 and 18 is the standout, but if we look beyond them, 2 horses?
Yeah, Vicky, I think Selukwe looked very nice for me. I just keep on going back to Oriental Charm. I know he won it last year at the weights. It's a bit tricky for him, but it's not like he's gone off form. He had 2 fantastic starts. It would have been interesting if 8 on 18 joined him in the Met and they ran together to the line. The one was up the inside, the one was up the outside. If they challenge each other, I think it's going to be a fantastic race. And yeah, I'm going to lean towards Oriental Charm. I think he can pull it off again.
It's going to be a brilliant race. MJ, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's great, Vicky. It's different standing here, but it's fantastic. I tell you what, the nerves are going there. It's a bit quiet at the start right now. The jocks are looking around and just wondering what's going to happen. And it's when the gates open, it's crazy.
Well, wishing them all the best. And Rachel, it's the final moments. Last comment.
Yeah, this is the final moments. I can just say from my point of view, ringing around there last year, this is where you get that little flutter in your stomach, you're ready, you want to give your horse the best possible option. And a horse like My Best Shot, it must be for Chase Marjan, you're on an unbeaten horse, this is the moment.
There you go. Sheldon, up to you.
Thanks very much to the entire team. It's almost the moment of truth. We move along to the Hollywood Bets, Durban July, Grade 1, over 2,200 metres, Marvels of Mzansi. A marvel is a moment, a person, or place that catches your breath with its beauty and grace, with majestic mountains and magnificent views. These natural wonders could be your muse. Atticus Finch is moving forward. It's time to rise and shine. On My Honour steps in. My Best Shot. The favourite, 8 on 18. Richard Faree for Justin Snaith, looking to add another to their CV. Box 14 belongs to Confederate. A horse who will probably press forward from gate 14, an Owen front runner. Madison Valley. The defending champion who wears the sash, Oriental Charm to come up. Selukwe is still to load. The filly Rainbow Lorikeeta's set. Pomodora's Jet. The Real Prince. Selukwe to come up. Purple Pitcher's ready. Okavango, Confederate. Native Ruler, who sports the red cap. Litigation with Grant van Niekerk. Immediate Edge, Callan Murray to step up. Barrier 10. Alongside My Best Shot. The Hollywood Bets, Durban July. Gladiatorian gets his battle armour on. Just about ready to roll. 2,200 metres, and they sent on their way Marvels of Mzansi, the 2025 Hollywood Bets Durban July, and Immediate Edge immediately gets a lead, but there's no speed on because Oriental Charm's now going to set off to set the fractions, and last year's winner Oriental Charm gets a soft cozy lead that allows Confederate to move around. Red red body with the black cap into second. Immediate Edge slots onto the rail third, the blue cap. Purple Pitchers in fourth position. Fifth place belongs to Madison Valley. 8 on 18, only 5 lengths off, no speed on in the Hollywood Bets Durban July. Rainbow Lorikeets further back in the running, towards the inside Pomodora's Jet mid-division. The Real Prince scraping paint, 9 lengths off, as you see Oriental Charm doing the buying and the bidding, looking to go back to back, leads a length and a tail. Further back in the running, Salukwe. Royal Victory towards the back end of the field. They are not going hard at all. The pace is sedate. Okavango's 10 lengths off with My Best Shot as we go past the 800 in the Hollywood Bets Durban July. Can Oriental Charm go back to back? We'll find out shortly. Confederate right there, Purple Pitcher. Immediate Edge on the outside, 8 on 18 with the pink cap. Richard Ferree galvanizes him into action at the 400. And here's 8 on 18 at the 300, strikes the front. Running on from behind is the Real Prince. Madison Valley the inside. 8 on 18. The Real Prince is the real deal. And here's the Real Prince coming at 8 on 18. The Real Prince, 8 on 18. Head bobbing duel, short edge to the line. The Real Prince has done it from 8 on 18. Salukwe and Royal Victory, the best in the land today, is number 5, the Real Prince. His secret weapon is his turn of foot, and he has done it in the Hollywood Bets Durban July by a whisker. Stride for stride, heads up and down, the Real Prince has done it. Once again, well done to Dean Cannemeyer. Kaya Stables, they give me the green light. 8 on 18. Salukwe third. Royal Victory, Madison Valley, Native Ruler, Gladiatorian. 300 to go. 8 on 18 was set alight. Looked a winner at the 400. But within a matter of strides, the blink of an eye, the Real Prince is the real deal. And he seals it today. There you can see Craig Zaki asking for maximum. And the Real Prince puts his hand up and says, I'm the best in the land today. 8 on 18 runs an absolute blinder. Did everything right. Richard Ferree set him alight. He got that margin. Look at that. What a finish. The crowd goes wild. The Real Prince delivers. And he becomes a king today. The king of the Hollywood Bets, Durban July. Salukwe's in third. But here is the Real Prince, the real deal today. Craig Zaki. Big salute, right-handed.
Well, there you go. MJ, what a moment.
Dean Cannemeyer, what a legend. Jeez, that was a training feat of note, Vicky. But whoa, what a race.
And what a family.
No, it's crazy. The top sprinters, I mean, look at this. It's fantastic. And as we said, the pace is on. The best horse will win. There was question marks about him staying, but look at that. He ran the favourite down and pipped him.
And what a lovely celebratory moment after the line. Two jocks just grabbing each other's hands.
Yeah, it's crazy. I get goosebumps. You always sort of want to get emotional about it, Vicky. Richard will be heartbroken. I can tell you right now.
But Animal Justin.
Yeah, everyone. I mean, it's crazy to get beat like that.
What a pleasure it is to be standing here with Craig Zaki, the victorious rider of the Real Prince. Craig Zaki, you didn't want to know in the lead-up. He said he'll win, and here you are. Well done, Craig.
Thank you, Warren. I said he's the best mile in the country. And if he stays, there's not else that can beat him.
Tell us about the transit, the race. How was it?
Oh, I got a beautiful break. I was able to nudge him a bit closer than just leaving him alone. But I had 8 on 8 in my sights. Tony also wanted to be around, and I just knew when I showed the source daylight, I felt the gear and I said, he'll get there.
Last question, did you think you'd won?
Oh, yeah.
That's Craig Zaki, ladies and gentlemen. The two riders went to the line as one, but it's gone the way of the Real Prince. Let's make some noise for the 2025 winner of the Hollywood Bets Durban July, the Real Prince, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm here with the winning trainer of the Real Prince and also the racing manager of Lady Christine Laidlaw of Kaya Stables, Dean Canamere. Come a little bit closer if you don't mind. As far as training feats in the Hollywood Bets Durban July is concerned, all 129, this has to go down as one of the greatest. I mean, he had stamina question marks, but you decided to put him away for 2 months. No one does that. And this is now justification. How do you feel?
Well, we're super thrilled. I'm very excited about his performance. And this family we know so well, and this was a whole teamwork and team effort by everybody, and Jean Malaba, Form Bloodsucker, represents Kaya Stables, Lady Laidlaw, and where we're going to place him, how we're going to go about this. First time I ever tried him over a mile, he won by 6 lengths. Great run in the Droll Stakes, and I thought, well, if we do go for the Gold Challenge, and you land up running 4th, as I said in my previous interviews, the handicap is going to be looking for you. You've got to come in the right time at the right place. We got the right draw, so it was fantastic. We galloped him twice in between. Summerfelt up the hill, then did good pace work on last Thursday, as we all saw. So fantastic. So Jean Malaba manages all the racing affairs for Lady Laidlaw Kaya Stables. Great, and I'm very excited for Lady Laidlaw. I'm thrilled. She's been a great supporter of my yard, and this is the 2nd July that I've trained for her, Kaya Stables, and this family's treated me so well. And Lady Laidlaw, I remember buying, first on board Real Princess in the Cape Sales, and she was a top race filly. The first foal was Give Me a Prince Champion Sprint in this country. He's the 2nd foal. Gimmy's counts a 3rd. The 4th one just won first time out the other day, is looking for a mile. And I always said, and I said to I think on our show last week, that when we bought a Jean, we just said that pedigree, she's going to go a mile without a doubt, the mother, maybe further because of his stamina. And that we was banking on that because he's a completely relaxed horse, and everybody said, but you're the trainer, you should navigate to 2002. And I said, I'm not that smart, but I thought he'd relax. And yeah, fantastic. I'm sure Lady Laidlaw would love to have been here, Christina. You are watching. Congratulations and to the whole team. And my whole team has done a wonderful job. And it's great to have won my 4th July and great to win 2 for her, and fantastic. And I hand over to Form Bloodstock, Jean Malaba.
Jahan, you're known to be an outspoken man. When Dean said we're going to go straight over the drill or into the July, what did you think?
Great idea. You leave it to the master.
As for Lady Laidlaw, I mean, how rapt would she be watching from afar?
Oh no, she's very excited. I've been on the phone to her already. Look, remember she bred this as well. So shout out to Fastfontein Stud who do her breeding for her, where she boards the mare. So well done to them. And as Dean said, what a great mare and what a great feat. Always when the jockey wins, you say great ride, but certainly a great training feat.
Absolutely. And Craig, last word from you. It's been a few years of hard pressure coming in last year, especially with Green with Envy as the favourite. This year, a little bit less pressure. How do you feel that you've been led into this great winners enclosure in Africa's greatest race?
It's incredible, Alistair. Green with Envy didn't have the best of preps after the Daily News. He got injured, and it felt like I was carrying the world on his shoulders, and the pressure just got to both of us, and he went wrong after the race, unfortunately, and I just haven't let it down for a year. So I carried it with me in a cool tone coming here today, and that pressure is well off now.
And the horse itself, what a soldier. I mean, he looked like he was going to absolutely romp going through the 400, and just 8 on 18, that tenacity at the end came biting back. We don't have too much time, but you couldn't do without the horse.
I couldn't, Ali. If he had one run in between, I think he wins a bit more comfortable. There's just no races that suited him. We couldn't afford the penalty, but I knew he was the best horse in the race, and I just knew if he stays, it's hard to beat.
Presentation up next, well done.
Thank you, Alistair, and just my beautiful wife and kids out there. Thank you.
Top class. Well done, Craig Zaki, winning jockey, first time ever. Dean Canamere for the 4th time ever is the winning trainer. Congratulations to the Real Prince.
Congratulations to number 5. Hello everybody at the Durban July. Here's to a classic South African song that I was part of writing, Do Be Do.